Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Cheryl Horvath, and you've reached me on my YouTube channel, cardsbycheryl.com. Thanks for joining me. It's been a while. It's been, gosh, over 6 months a while. So I'm happy to be back. You might notice I look a little different, chopped off about 8 inches of hair. and so got a little bit lighter, and I'm also in a new craft room. So the reason I've been gone so long is I decided to sell my house in Washington, and I moved to Michigan and built a new house on the lake. So I have a cute little cottage house now and a loft that is dedicated to solely my craft room. So I have lots of space to get creative, and I have missed it so much. I'm so happy to be back. And there's so much to catch up on, but I don't want to bore you with all of that. We'll just get through it. Little tidbits here and there I'll share with you of my journey the last 6 months. But I wanted to dive back in and show you one of the new kits because we're having a kit sale right now. And it's going on till the end of October, so October 31st, 2024. And all of the kits are potentially on sale up to 30% off. So this kit that we're going to look at today is called the Card Keeper Kit, and it's on sale for $22.50. And I think you're really going to like it. I'm going to unbox it with you together. I've not seen this kit yet, and I just thought it would be an easy re-entry for myself back into the online world of videos, and I'm pretty rusty right now, so please be patient with me, bear with me, and we'll get through this together, I hope. Crossing fingers. Okay, so here's the kit, and as I said, it's the Card Keeper Kit. Comes in a pretty big, hefty paper pumpkin box. There is, if you're familiar with our paper pumpkin kits, it comes pre-sealed with all of the supplies. This is a non-stamping kit, so you will not need blocks or ink. And then it comes with the whole Card Keeper assembly box, which looks to be this really beautiful blue with some iridescent leaf pattern designs on it. So we're going to set that aside for a moment and set this aside, and let's just go through the kit and see what's inside. So I'm just going to grab a scissors. I already can tell I love the colors. This teal is gorgeous. And I'll tell you in a moment what color that is. I bet it's Pool Party. Let's see here. Ooh. So this kit comes with everything you need to make, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, makes 10 cards and a Card Keeper kit, or a Card Keeper box. So the kit is everything you need to make all 10 of these cards plus this box, which I think is very cool. Piece of chipboard, set that aside because it's great for stamping on later, especially if you don't have a Stampin' Pierce mat. So it comes with full in-color instructions, how to do each card, and then it looks like it also shows you how to put the box together. So the coordinating colors on this, it is Pool Party. So I just bought a brand new sofa for up in my loft because I have, like, it's about, minus the bathroom, I have a bathroom up here, it's about 400 square feet probably, and I need a place to sit down over to the, I keep pointing to the right, that's like, I'll give you guys a tour of this craft space eventually, but I ordered a sofa, and I swear it's in this Pool Party color, which I'm super excited about, but I won't have it till probably after Thanksgiving, so that's kind of a drag. But anyway, so those are the colors. These are the card bases. As I said, it's a non-stamping kit, and so anything that you need to put, oh, these are for the tabs for the card box. So anything you need to put on the cards is going to be printed for you or pre-cut. Okay, so here's more of our card bases, and as I said, it looks like you get to make 5 of each. Yep. And those of you who have maybe followed me in the past know that, especially when I do kits and there's 2 sides to a card base, I like to cut them apart and double my cards and just make as many cards as I can, because I hate to have the printed card from the back side go to waste. I mean, it's not going to waste, but who looks at the back of the cards anyway, right? So there's 5 of these. Look at those pretty colors. And we've got some leaf die cuts. We have some sentiments, and it comes in different languages. So it's probably German and French, and I don't know what else, but best wishes and thinking of you. So these are great all occasion cards to have, a perfect thing to get your Card Keeper kit started. Looks like we have some vellum die cuts of circles, some really pretty gold leaves. The envelopes are also gorgeous. This has got to be daffodil, nope, crushed curry, flirty flamingo, mossy meadow, night of navy, old olive, and pool party. So we've got crushed curry and pool party envelopes that coordinate. You get some adhesives and you get some glue dots. So everything you need to make these 10 cards plus the box. And so what I thought we could do today, because I'm trying to go easy on myself with this video, my first video in many months, is we'll do one of each of the cards, and then I may come back and do some alternatives of the cards, but I haven't sorted that out in my mind yet. So we'll do one of each designs of the cards, and then I'll show you how to put the box together, and we'll figure that out together because I haven't done one yet either. Okay, so let's get started with card number 1, which is going to be the flirty or the crushed curry card. So we are going to need that card base. So, and to follow along on these instructions, it tells you how to put it together. So this is how you assemble card number 1. This is how you assemble card number 2. But if you're prepping and you want to get all of your pieces laid out and do all 5 of the first card, it tells you what your what you need, your sentiments to do all of them at once. So this one, you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards of each of these sentiments. So you need 5 card bases, 5 of the vellum circles, 5 of the gold leaves, and those little dots right there show you the dimensionals. So if it's a solid circle, like that little trio of circles, that's a glue dot. And that trio right there, hexagon shape, those are the dimensionals, the Stampin' dimensionals you need. So for each card, you're going to need 3 glue dots and 3 dimensionals. And then you're going to need 1 of each of the sentiments. Okay, so that's how you do it if you want to prep and kind of do assembly line style card making. We're just going to do 1 each for now. And I'm not going to cut this card base apart. I'm going to do it as I should, as designed. So we need 1 of these. We need a vellum circle. There's that. We need a solid. There's 2 different types of gold foil leaves. One's a solid and one's a filigree. And so for this one, we're using the solid. And then we're going to need a choice of dimensionals. This one doesn't have any English on it, I don't think. No, so you can either keep this, give it to somebody who does speak these languages if they want to use them. I'm going to toss them. I know it seems like a waste, but I don't need them. Okay, here's one. This is best wishes, so we're going to do, let's do the best wishes one for this card. But if you were going to make all 5 of them, you'd grab the best wishes, you'd grab thinking of you, happy for you, and just because. Okay, so that's how that's going to go. Looks like we don't need any of these. Those are for the other card. Okay, so very simple. These are going to go fast, I can tell. Okay, so if we open up to the instructions, card number 1. I hope my lighting's okay. Card number 1. It wants you to put 3 dimensionals behind the sentiment. So we chose best wishes, but this example is using just because. So we're going to, if I can find where I put my dimensionals. So we're just going to follow the instructions and go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Then it looks like you don't have to put anything. Oh yeah, you do have to put something behind the circle. We have to put a glue dot on the back of this gold foil dot. So let's do that. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool for that because it pulls these off really easy. So you just take your pointer and you just push it and it kind of comes right up. And so you can place it and then you can use the same end to tear off the cover. Some people use the flat end of this tool. This take your pick tool is by far one of my most favorites. So you can use this flat end and you can pick it up like a spatula too. Either way works. I tend to like the picky side, the pointy side, because I use the pointy side for lots of other stuff too. Okay, so there's those. Let's fold this up and give it a press with a bone folder. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use anything. A lot of people will use a clear block, anything that has kind of a flat edge that can burnish down that fold to make it nice and crisp. So that works too. But we do sell these bone folders. I think they're $10 maybe. I'd have to look it up. Okay, so we got the front of our card And let's see, it looks like we are going to, this has a little design on it. I don't know if you can see. It's got a like a fringed edge, whatever. So it's hard to tell what side's up, but I think this is the top. Yeah, I think that's the top. So we are going to put this together. So I'm going to do this first. I'm hoping this is the way the instructions are. The instructions are a little confusing on that step number 3. Oh, I see. They want you to put, I got it. What was that? Lights just went out. Oh, we've lost power. And my generator just kicked on. So I don't know what that did to my live stream. Pause, everybody. I'll be back. Okay, I tell you what, never a dull moment on the lake. I call that cottage life or lake life now. It's super, super windy here today, and the wind's coming in off the lake. Even though this is just a tiny little inland lake, it's only about 90 acres or so. But the winds are ferocious, just like it was like Lake Superior or one of the Great Lakes. So we lose power frequently, which is why I paid the extra money to install a generator. So what you saw just a moment ago was the generator kicking on. But I'm so new in this house that I had not experienced that before. So I was like, wow, what's going on? This is pretty cool that the power just came back on. But anyway, that was short-lived because the power's back on now, and it was only a half an hour or so, and generators turned off, and we're back in business. So that being said, I do have to take my dad to a doctor's appointment here in just a little bit, but I wanted to at least try to get through the rest of this video. Look at my hair's all blown because I moved right next door to my parents. I don't know if you guys knew that. Some of you that are my friends knew that, but literally right next door to my parents. So they're in their 80s, and they just need a little help right now. So I'm happy to do that for them, and I'm happy to live so close and still have my own space and my own privacy, but also be right next door when anything happens. So that's really, really cool. Anyway, back to the card, because we need to bust a move on this. Okay, we left off where I think I put the 3 dimensionals on the back of the best wishes. Let's see. I don't feel like I'm in as good a focus as I was before. Oops. There we go. So and I don't know if the lighting's changed. I have windows. I have 3 giant windows, 3 on each side. So 6 big, huge windows of natural light coming in. And so I was trying not to have to turn on my additional light, but it looks dark to me for some reason. And that looks terrible, so I'm going to turn that off. Okay, let's just go with it. So the next thing we have to do is we put a glue dot on the back of this gold foil piece, and that is going to go onto this vellum, and the round circle of the foil dot is going to tuck under the sentiment like so. Okay, and then the sentiment just goes in the upper. If you divide your card into quadrants, it's going to go like in the upper 2/3 in center. Like if you put a third and a third, you're going to center it between the top 2/3 of the card. That's kind of how I like to think about it. So you're going to do that, and you're going to put more glue dots on the back of the vellum piece, and you're going to just use the same areas where the Stampin' dimensionals were, and that hides the glue from showing through the vellum. Okay, like that. So you can't see anything because it's behind the sentiment. So let's just peel off your backing like that. And then pop this baby down like so. Looks pretty straight to me. So there's your one card. Now, if you are a stamper already and have inks and stamps and supplies, and you want to jazz up the inside of this card, I definitely encourage that. I probably would, but I told you guys I was going to make these cards just as they were to show you how easy and fast they come together. An adorable card could be this best wishes for a wedding, for a graduation, best wishes for just about anything, right? Okay, so super cute card, and that one goes with let's see, that one goes with the crushed curry envelope. Look how pretty. Okay, moving right along, let's move to the next card. And so those supplies that we need is this card base. We're going to need two. Am I in camera? Yep. I told you I was really rusty at this, you guys, so thank you for bearing with me. Two of the foils leaves, two of the green leaves. So we're going to pop out. And these are all the same orientation, so they're all the same. You don't have to worry about picking a right and a left leaf. And we did just a solid leaf before, where this one is going to have two of the ones that like the filigree leaves. Okay, so like that. Then let's see, what sentiment should we use for this one? We're going to do, how about just because? I love sending just because cards because, you want to know why? It's so unexpected, especially if they don't, if there's nothing, extraordinary or anything major going on in somebody's life, but you just send them a card just because. I'm sure you just put a bright spot in their day. So that's why I love to send thinking of you or just because cards when, it's not an event. It's just because you want to. Those to me are the best ones to send. And I send them all the time. Okay, there's our 3. This one doesn't take a vellum. It doesn't take a vellum circle. So now we are going to put glue dots on the back of these leaves and on the back of the dots of the gold foil. Can you still see those? Yep. All right. Normally I would go to my stash and not use glue dots because they're a little tedious, but they're very effective. And they're awesome if you're crafting on the go and you don't have a lot of supplies. These glue dots are they don't take up any space at all in your little pouch of whatever you're crafting with on the road. So they're super great. But I would tend to go with my Stampin' Seal just because it's faster. But these work really good, and they're super strong. And they're actually not that slow. It's just peeling off the backings that kind of makes me a little impatient. Oh, it's so quiet in here. My mom didn't even know the power was off, and I said, Mom, you should hear the wind. It's like a wind tunnel up in my loft. I can't wait to show you guys the view of what I look at. I'm looking at right now, straight through to the lake, and I'm, up in my loft, so I'm way above the water level, and it's just the most amazing view. And all the leaves are almost gone, but man, the last few days with the fall colors, and I've got 4 or 5 big oak trees right outside my house as you're walking down to the water. It's gorgeous. Okay, now that I've made you all jealous, we're going to fold this and give it a good burnish. I wonder if I should zoom in a little bit more. Do you guys think I should zoom in a little bit more? See if I can do this. Oops, that was too far. How about that? Okay, so in the picture, it shows this pretty much being centered. So we're going to start with putting the leaves down first. We're following directions, and that's very hard for me sometimes. So we're going to put one leaf right there. And normally I would dry fit this first just to make sure I like the placement of it, but I'm going for it. Okay, one leaf right there. Then they want you to put a gold leaf here and a gold leaf right about there. Let's see if this is going to work. Okay, so I didn't put my gold leaf up high enough, so we're just going to pop this up and move it a little bit closer. Did you guys see that? How that gold circle peeked through? We don't want to see that. Okay, much better. So now that's going to get centered just like that. I'm going to take this off. And did you see how gently I tapped those dimensionals? That's because I wanted to hold it up in front of me and make sure I had it centered. If by chance I didn't have it centered, I could easily peel them away and position it till it was centered. And then I'm going to give them a good press now because they are all centered. I'm going to make sure those glue dots are pressed down there. And there's our second card. Cute. And that goes with this envelope. Sorry, my electrician was just texting me, asking me if my generator held up, and I was like, yay, it sure did. Okay, so beautiful pool party envelope. And again, if you have extra stamps, like say you have some leaf stamps or anything like that, you could stamp a little bit in the bottom corner of the envelope just to jazz it up a little bit, or stamp it on the inside. or add additional words to. Just because, you could say, just because you're so awesome, or just because I love you, or just because you make me smile. You could put all kinds of things inside to even brighten the person's day. Okay, so those are the 2 cards that come with this kit, and you get enough supplies to make 5 of each design, but each design has different sentiments. So you're really making a bunch of different cards. There's a happy birthday card, and happy for you card, best wishes, just because, and thinking of you. So really great general all-purpose cards to have in your stash when you need a quick card. Now let's jump quickly. How much time do I have? 2:30. I've got about 10 more minutes. So let's see here. Let's set this stuff aside and let's jump into the box and figure out how to make this box. Let's clean up my mess here a little bit. Okay, I'm going to pop the cellophane on this. Man, that wind is just howling out there. Wow. Okay, let's see what we got in here. Come on. Okay, so this is, I'm guessing the lid. This is the lid. All right, let me zoom back out a little bit here. There. So this looks like it's the lid that held everything. Then we have, oh, fun. So this is the actual box, which folds out like that. Okay, do you see there's glue tabs in here? So these tabs are gonna get glued in to secure to each side of the inside of the box. So that's gonna, I wonder if the instructions tell you that. Let's see. I was gonna jump right in and just do it. Let's see. Well, those aren't very good instructions, are they? Let's just jump right in, because really, basically, it just says, it's got little arrows, remove the glue strips. So that's what we're going to do. And I think we have to do it this way. So set this down, and let's adhere this long side first. And I'm going to grab my take your pick tool again. And can we do it this way? Yeah. So I'm just going to remove this one strip first and hope that this works. And then carefully put the box back over it. Can you guys see that? So I just set the box right back over it. If you wanted to pick it up, you could. But so make sure you're on a nice flat surface. Remove that strip on the long edge, and then just give it a good press. So you can flip it over on its side and get your hand in there like this and seal it down really good. And then you're just going to do the same with the 2 side flaps. These are harder to get off because you're inside the box now, but take your pick tool, works like a charm. Okay, got that flap secured. Put that one down. And then this is really a nice sturdy box, you guys. It's very heavy weight. It's going to hold a lot of cards. I'm super surprised with how big it is. Okay, box is put together. How long did that take us? What, a minute maybe total? There's our lid. Fits great. So there's that. Let's just stick that there for now. The rest is these dividers. So these go in like this. And all there is left to do, they're double-sided, so there's no front and back. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dividers. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. I'm a alphabetical girl, but you could put it in whatever order you want, and it looks like it's already in alphabetical order. So birthday, love, miscellaneous, seasonal, special occasion, and thank you. So I'm just going to start with the first one. And lay that down just like that. Like that. In the box it goes. And I'm going to use my tweezers because my hands, my big old chubby fingers get in the way, and it's easier sometimes for me to center something where my hands aren't blocking my vision of where it is going. So there's love and support. And then we have miscellaneous. Like that. Guys, I'm really loving this box. I didn't think it was going to be this awesome. Stampin' Up! Has really stepped up their quality, I think. And I've only been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2020. So, you know, just coming up on 4 years. And, or just finishing 4 years, I think. I think it was July. So, and, you know, and I thought their quality was pretty good back then, but their kits were, I mean, I've always loved the quality of their stamps and papers, but their kits I thought were a little, I don't know, kind of hokey, but they've really stepped up the kit game, and that's why their kits are on special right now, up to 30% off any kit that's available. And this one, like I said, is $22.50. Okay, now you've got all of your tabs in here. We have 2 cards. The way I like to store my cards, there's so much room in here. It's just, I thought it was going to go this way, you know, because you could get even more cards this way. But these tabs don't work like that. So it's interesting that they went the wide way. But so I like to do, when I have a specific envelope that the card goes in, I like to just tuck it in like this. And so the envelope is kind of attached to the card. And this is best wishes. So let's see, that's going to be, would that be love and support or miscellaneous? I'm going to say love and support. And then just because, we'll put in here just like that with its own envelope, is, I would say, just because. Love and support also. I don't know. You could put that under miscellaneous. What would you put under miscellaneous? So now you've got 10 cards. Once you finish this kit, you've got 10 cards to stick in here and start your whole kit. I'm going to have a good time sorting. I keep an acrylic bin like this because obviously I'm a card maker. I have a lot of cards. So, but I'm actually going to sort through this because these aren't sorted by occasion or anything. I just finish a card and I kind of tuck it in here, and then when I go to need a card for somebody, I just start flipping through it. But if I use this box, I'll have them pre-sorted. So yeah, so that's a project that I'm going to do. Like this one, Let's Celebrate You. This was a paper pumpkin card, and this is a birthday card. So I'm going to stick that right there in birthday. Let's see. Here's a thank you card, heartfelt thanks. So we're going to stick that in here. And you could even shove a bunch of blank envelopes in the back of this if you don't have, like this card, I didn't store it with. I know this has an actual coordinating envelope. That's a different bin that I have. But I keep getting a center calendar. But ideally, I would go to that bin, get the coordinating envelope for this, and do the same thing. So this would go in the birthday section. Is there a birthday? Yeah, right here, like that. Okay, how am I doing on time? Oh, 2:42. I gotta go. Guys, I'm so sorry to rush off on you like this, but thank you so much for hanging in there for my first video back. I promise will have lots more to come in the future. And stay tuned. Thanks so much. I gotta run. Bye now.